We're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, how to learn bachata and how to learn bachata effectively. I've quit my job twice to train bachata full-time, design my own self-curriculum in order to train bachata, and I learned a few things or two of what works, what doesn't work, and I would love to share my biggest takeaways with you. So my first take is that group classes and socials aren't enough to improve. And here's why. I think group classes aren't very personalized. We learn some random combo, maybe before a social, we have a class before the social, or we go to a class and there's too many people in the class with varying skill levels, and we don't really retain that much from the class. It's enjoyable, it's fun, we meet a lot of people, and I don't think that we should stop going to group classes. I love group classes. I just don't think it's the best way to learn bachata. And then we do these things in the social. The bad thing about the social is that there's no feedback. The only feedback we get is that if it works or if it doesn't work. But even if it works, we don't even know how well it works.
In group classes, there are often so many people that the teacher does not get to dance with all of the students. So you really want to, have that feedback and have a chance to, let someone feel you in the movement that you are trying to do.
Yeah, and without teacher feedback, it's kind of like the blind leading the blind. Like the students, I kind of get it, and the followers like, yeah, I guess it makes sense. But when they try those moves at the socials, it doesn't work. The students at the socials didn't take the class. They don't know the counts. They can't anticipate what's happening. So what the real true test if it works is that if you can lead it successfully for, almost any follow that you see on the dance floor. But when it doesn't work, you're like, oh shoot, what did I do wrong? I did everything right in the class. I felt amazing in the group class. And then I go to a social and the feedback is telling me nope. My top take number 2 is that the best way to improve are obviously taking private lessons. Private lessons with experienced teachers give you direct feedback, a lot of deliberate practice, and most importantly, like one-on-one focused attention on you and your specific strengths and weaknesses. Group classes don't really account for that because it's just kind of random, and they teach you whatever's on the docket that day, not really on what the skills you need to know. But the private teacher hopefully can tell you your biggest weaknesses, your biggest strengths, and then give you a plan on how to improve on those weaknesses.
And you're gonna spend more time on the things that you are weak at rather than, spending a bit of time on everything. It's like putting more attention to the things that you might not be so strong in.
The only downside with privates is that they're expensive. When you do privates, especially in the US or Spain or Canada or Amsterdam or wherever it is, it can range from like 100 USD. I paid privates before for 2 artists from Spain up to 240 euros. For an hour, right? And I did it because I love these teachers. I want to support their lifestyle and I want to support their work and I want to learn their specific styles. But can you imagine spending 240 euros every week to do a private? Arguably, you could.
A lot of money.
It's a lot. I do that once a year just to treat myself, But what's the middle ground? So we have a couple of different recommendations to fill this gap. One, we are biased because we are teachers for our course, Bachata Library. We cover a playbook that covers exactly step-by-step of how to improve all the way from beginner foundations to the advanced levels of bachata, partner work, musicality, connection, and so on. And so we actually know there's a pathway and a playbook of where you should go. I think a lot of times, especially when I was learning bachata, there was no curriculum, there was no playbook. So I was kind of guessing. I was like, I guess I can learn more moves, I guess I can do musicality, but I want to improve musicality. What do I need to improve on? What are those menu of options that I need to level up systematically? I kind of wanted bachata to be like a video game where I'm like, okay, I see all these quests, I see these side quests, and I can have a systematic plan of like, okay, let me get these experience points. Let me level up here. Let me devote a month to this part of bachata. There wasn't really that for bachata before when I started, so I had to create my own. And now we have a course that helps people level up in bachata systematically. But even if you don't learn with us, you need to follow some kind of plan. Either your teachers need to have some kind of curriculum. You can follow our curriculum. You can follow your own self-made curriculum. It's important to know what that curriculum is. And oftentimes the biggest problem is we don't know what we don't know, especially if you never come from a background of dance. You don't know what you should work on because you have no context of this new foreign partner dance. So I hope you can learn with us. Of course, we're biased, but that's our main recommendation, is to have a playbook. Our second recommendation is to form bachata masterminds, or you can say bachata practice groups. And this is a great in-between to complement the group classes, the social, and the privates. Because with a practice group, it's really just me, you, and another couple maybe. We have a chance to actually practice what we learned in class. We can practice the tutorials that we have in Bachata Library, and we can do so at our own pace. We can also give each other feedback. Oftentimes in classes and socials, we don't have the opportunity or the environment to be like, hey, I feel like you're being a little bit rough here. I feel like I don't feel your weight shift here. And we can have a conversation, and it's kind of fun. If things don't work out, you both can just kind of tackle it like a puzzle, like, hey, what's not working? Why isn't this working? Let's review these, Bachata Library tutorials. Let's review these class demo that we did. What are they doing differently than we're doing right now? And you can kind of
gives
have
room
fun
for
playing.
like experimentation as well, rather than trying maybe something new with someone that you don't know and someone that doesn't trust you. It's going to be a totally different environment to your friends, where it's all like a bit fun and games and it's a comfortable space for you.
And it's fun to study together, right? Back in school, we would study together. Back when we're trying to play, I don't know, any kind of sport, you have some kind of team that you practice over and over again to give each other that edge. Why don't we do this in bachata? Why aren't practice groups and practice sessions more common? I don't know. My theory is that people are a bit hesitant to organize one, but it takes some kind of leader to say, hey, Casey, are you free this Thursday at 7? Let's practice for an hour and review these 3 concepts from my course that I have, or let's review the demo from last week's class in the in-person studio.
And
that should be a thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's with any hobby, guys. Like, if you don't practice what you're learning in class, or if you don't study what you're learning in class, then you're not going to remember it. You're not going to remember the key technique points. So treat it as like any other hobby or sport.
You can obviously still go to group classes, still go to socials, but my point is that's not enough. You can do privates as well, and you need some kind of plan in order to improve, or else you're just kind of guessing and running blind. Those are our biggest tips and recommendations for how to learn bachata effectively. If you want to do so, we'd be honored if you join our free training at the link below. It gives you a preview of how we teach, what we teach, and our curriculum that we designed over the last couple of years, and we'd be honored to have you. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you inside our community. Bye.
Bye.